mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go, gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, when you do the fun, done go. Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Gubby Leo, Gubby Leo, Gubby Leo, Gubby Leo, Gubby Leo, Magnifico. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from his monstrosity.
Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Build a wall, no, we will not let you go. Build a wall, we will not let you go. Build a wall, we will not let you go. Let me go, will not let you go. Let me go, will not let you go. Let me go. No, Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me, for me, for me. So you think you can stone me and save my life? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage of the 199. We got a lot to get to tonight because I have a short period of time before the gaming stream starts, and I haven't seen you guys in a little while. I've been busy as hell. I've been all over the place. I've had a lot of IRL stuff going on, but who gives a shit about all of that? We got news to talk about. We've got things to go over, and as every day is with the Trump administration, it's been a very, very busy day, to say the least. So hello, chat. Smash the melee button if you're here, if you're interested. We appreciate it, and let's get into it right now. Shouldn't have done that. Why is my picture off here? There we go. There we go. Okay. So first things first, hope you're all doing well. And man, there's a lot of news that we have to jump into. I'm trying to pull up my bookmarks right now. Yeah, I've done a lot of driving lately. That's just, it is what it is. I've been all over the place. I did several car videos, which has been very, very good. A lot of fun with those. And we've got, let's see, there's Kristi Noem. There's an Elon Musk story. There's a, I got to show you this one really quickly. I got to show you this one. So Rosie O'Donnell was whining the other night. And I saw this clip right here. So Rosie O'Donnell, this is Conor McGregor's response to Rosie O'Donnell.
Conor McGregor ended up in the Oval Office this week. What do you think that says about the state of US politics?
Very depressing.
You get your fat ass out of my country and take your stupid woke liberal bullshit with it. This fucking cow landed in Dublin and everyone in Galway was launched into the United Kingdom. She tipped the whole fucking country over. You are a fat fucking pig and nobody wants you here.
The Rosie O'Donnell memes never end, dude. So she said in an interview that Elon Musk owns and runs the internet. That's what she said. Rosie O'Donnell believes that Elon Musk owns and runs the entire internet. This is what happens when you are broken and TDS dominates your life. That's where she's at in life. And I'm just thinking to myself, what the hell are you talking about that he owns and runs the internet? He owns Twitter. That's what he owns. Nothing else. Well, I mean, he obviously he's a very influential person, but he owns Twitter. He doesn't own Google. He doesn't own YouTube. He doesn't own Twitch. He doesn't own Kick. He doesn't own Rumble. He doesn't own, Reddit. He doesn't own the internet. Now, we have this breaking story that this is someone that I have not talked about very much at all because I have found this person to not be an interesting individual at all. But now it's become interesting. Now, a lot of MAGA people and a lot of, conservatives, they love talking about this individual. I never really have. I think I might have made comment here, comment there. But we're going to talk about Harry Sisson. Harry Sisson is a paid Democrat operative. He was very, very visible throughout the 2024 campaign. He was bought and paid for by the Democrats. He lied over and over and over again about President Trump. He's been a liar every step of the way. He has virtue signaled. And recently he has gotten caught up in a lot of controversy because a lot of women exposed him as a male feminist, a creepy, creepy male feminist that was trying to hook up with all of them. And all of these women have exposed him. He essentially went away. I heard that I think that the DNC has ended their contract with him, if I'm not mistaken. So he released a video today because he's finally breaking his silence. So let's listen to what this clown has to say. I'm sure he's going to take full responsibility for his actions. I'm sure he's going to take full responsibility. I'm sure he's not going to try and shift the blame to anyone else. This is a guy who said that Donald Trump hates women and Donald Trump is dangerous for women, yet all of these women come forward calling you out for being a manipulator and a male feminist. Never trust a male feminist ever. Never. Let's listen to what this loser has to say.
I want to talk openly and honestly about this entire controversy that has exploded in the past week. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I fucked up. I should have told the people I was talking to that there were other people. And of course, I regret that decision and I've reflected on it a lot. And
Wait a minute. So you didn't respect the women you were talking to? You mean that you went online and talked about how much you respected women, yet privately you didn't respect women? Are you kidding me? Wow. That's amazing. By the way, I double checked just to make sure this wasn't AI, and it still might be, but it looked like it was legit from what I found because I don't believe almost anything I see on the fucking internet anymore. But I think this is real. If it is actually AI, somebody let me know, but I think it's real.
I'm learning and going to be better in the future. Now, what I will say is that this entire situation has been blown wildly out of proportion by MAGA Republicans to further their political agenda. Like, we all know that they don't actually care about this. They just hate me. That's why they care.
So it's MAGA Republicans. MAGA Republicans made him do this, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, when has MAGA ever cared about women? Also, MAGA has been spreading misinformation about the situation, so I want to set the record straight. I was not in a relationship with anyone. I wasn't exclusive with anyone. I never met anybody in person. I never spoke to anybody on the phone, and it was done among consensual adults. That's it. It was a very casual thing. Additionally, we as Democrats have to get better at recognizing someone who makes a mistake and can learn from that mistake and someone who does actual harm to a community. We cannot, as a party, just attack and demonize people who make mistakes, people who are learning from their actions. If we ever want to hold office ever again and actually win an election, our umbrella should be as wide as possible. And we shouldn't be trying to silence people or push people away who are vocal on these issues. And the final thing I'll say about this is that people involved in this situation released my private text messages, private photos of me, intimate details about me that intended to stay private without my knowledge or consent.
Oh, poor baby. Did you get exposed as being a creep while you're on social media trying to pretend that you're this wonderful human being and how you have to protect women's rights because we respect women and we love women and women are the most glorious creatures of all time, and anyone that does anything disrespectful to women, they can't be tolerated?
I didn't consent to any of that. A complete violation of my privacy. And I think that regardless of your political beliefs, you can agree that that's wrong. I certainly wouldn't do that to somebody, and I know you wouldn't either. One thing I'm particularly proud of my generation for doing is moving past this idea that we should idolize politicians beyond their impact. However, I'd like to look at the other side of the coin. When politics becomes a game of pointing out any small mistake someone makes, we are putting our feelings above what truly matters, how we are all impacted by the actions our leaders take. And I'll conclude with this. I have some bad news for MAGA. I know they thought they could use this situation to try to take me down or silence me, but that was never going to work. I'm still going to be vocal about the things I care about and fight for the things I care about. And if that upsets MAGA, then so be it.
What a fucking clown. And I want to show if he still has it. Let's see here. Right here. Yeah, right here. His pinned tweet. First of all, his background is him and Joe Biden. His pinned tweet says, "America failed women tonight. Trump bullied, assaulted, and stripped reproductive rights away from women all across the country. And instead of standing against it, many voted for it. We have failed our daughters, mothers, and sisters." Those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. Every single time. That is the bottom line. That's how it always is. I do not trust people that preach about identity politics. I don't trust people that try to tear other people down by projecting how great they are and how terrible you are. I've never, ever trusted those types of people, and I never will. And this is another classic case of that. Never trust a male feminist at all. Okay? Never trust one. That's the bottom line on that. Now, President Trump today has been pretty busy. Let me get to some of these super chats really quick. Jeremy's gave for $1. Marco says, hail the 199. Ruben Christopher Haynes becomes a level 3, a 3-tier member. What's up, Ruben? How the hell are you, brother? Jeremy's gave for $1. Brockatron for 5 says, my TDS riddled cousin was saying how she'd love to go to DC and Assassin's Creed Donald J. Trump, no matter what happens after. I'd exile Canada if I were Don. Okay. You're saying your cousin said that? Yeesh. That's rough right there. Jake Skywalker says, we better get Sydney after this. Dom H with 5 gifted memberships. Ministry of Wrong Thing says, I barely know where to start. The leak situation is such hilarious BS. Hillary directed drone strike targets on her phone, and Obama straight up told the media about future attacks in ISIS, for fuck's sake. They are trying to spin the fact that Trump cabinet are the same in private as they are in public. They literally are who we voted for. If anything, I'm upset Trump's DMs don't have any racism. Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about those leaks here. I mean, look, the bottom line is I don't think there's anything wrong with anything that was in those messages. But if Jeffrey Goldberg was added by somebody in the Trump administration, that's a fucking problem. It's not a problem that this information leaked. Like, all that did is showed us that the Trump team is stronger than ever. It showed us that in private, the Trump team is essentially the same people they portray themselves to be publicly. So the substance of the messages are irrelevant. But who added this clown Jeffrey Goldberg? And that is a question that, you know, we're going to have to find out. And apparently Elon's team is going to be looking into this. So, but that's the problem, not the substance of what was said. Nobody cared about that. So, let's see. Olympian Products says, check out, let's see, Kat, whatever, running for Congress in Illinois. All I'll say is I can fix her. Glad you're back. Thank you. Yeah, I will check it out for sure. JB username says, came by to drop my support, enjoying the stream on the drive home, MAGA. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. JB username. I apologize for not doing it. So bottom line is the reason I was traveling and I took my PC, like a not like my normal PC, but I have another one. And the PC, I set everything up in my hotel room, and the PC hadn't been updated in months because it's not the one I use normally. And so I couldn't even find the Wi-Fi at the hotel because the PC still needed so many updates. And so, yeah, that's why I didn't. And I couldn't go live from my phone. I wasn't going to try to do that. So either way, that's what happens. So because I'm always trying to help. I'm always and nothing, I no regrets, but like I let Madam Savvy borrow my laptop. So because she was having computer problems. So Madam Savvy has my laptop right now. So that's why I took my PC. So anyway, I'm just going to have to buy another fucking PC or another laptop. That's what I'm going to have to do. So anyway, that's why I didn't go live on Monday. Doc Hollywood becomes a member. Thank you. And hail Madam Savvy. I actually got a video coming out later tonight on some information she sent me on some TDS clowns in the gaming industry. So that video is probably going to drop a little bit later over on Geeks and Gamers. So, and I'm not sure I want the laptop back, Madam Savvy, and all the fucking weird websites she's going to be going to. I'm not sure I'm even going to want that laptop back, to be fair. You know what I mean? That's a concern. Even if you just do a complete wipe of that laptop, I'm not sure it can save us from the disaster that will be whatever site she's going to, because she is a very degenerate person. And I think everybody knows that. I saw this hit my feed. Again, this is someone that I don't typically talk about. I see a lot of people in my space talking about this guy. So I'm not giving you an opinion on this individual, but his name is James Lindsay, and he's been around forever. I don't really know much about him, but I see a lot of people saying that he's completely lost it and all of this stuff. But I saw this clip of him, and I'm thinking to myself, well, this is awesome. But he doesn't seem to think it's awesome. So let's listen to what he has to say right here. Check this out.
Experiences like my algorithm is really interesting. About every third thing, and I have no idea why, I don't click on this stuff. About every third thing I get is a racist joke. About every third thing on my Instagram feed is a racist joke.
Hell yeah.
Right now. Used to be dancing girls. Bring back the hot chicks.
I mean, that sounds like an awesome feed. That's the feed that we all need. Well, that's a perfect social media feed. I mean, racist jokes are awesome. One more time. Like, let's just listen to this one more time.
Experiences like my algorithm is really interesting. about every third thing, and I have no idea why. I don't click on this stuff. About every third thing I get is a racist joke. About every third thing on my Instagram feed is a racist joke right now. Used to be dancing girls. Bring back the hot chicks.
I think he was hoping to get a laugh out of the hot chicks comment. But yeah, man, I was like, well, that sounds like an awesome feed, bro. So whatever you're doing, keep doing that. But again, I don't know much about the guy. He's been around forever. I see people talking about him on my feed all the time, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool, whatever. So, okay, let's talk about the situation with the Signal chat, ladies and gentlemen. So this has been a big story. I made a video on it here on D-Day Cobra, and we've gotten a little bit more information about it. So we're going to watch this Fox News clip with the five pondering how Trump should handle the media's Signal chat obsession, because essentially what it is. It is an obsession with the media. It has been spun and twisted and manipulated like crazy. That's the bottom line. It's not a great look, but it's also not the end of the world. And a lot of lies have been spread about the story for sure. Dougie B450 says, welcome back, Jeremy. When you get your new laptop, make sure to go to Meta PCs and use the promo code 199. Absolutely hail Meta PC. Promo code 199. Thank you, Dougie B. Appreciate your support, brother. Good to see you here. Nullface says, search for article called Signals of Trouble. Multiple Russia-aligned threat actors actively targeting Signal Messenger. February 19th, 2025. This was a setup, in my opinion. All right, I'll check that out. Jared Armstrong says he's a clown who called people who were against Vivek, who called what Vivek said about HB1 stuff woke right. Got you. Rob Cortez says, sounds like my feed, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Just watch what you like, though, because your family can see that. Ghost of Freddie Mercury Immune System says, bring back the hot chicks telling racist jokes. I know, man. Like, as a matter of fact, before we get into this video, I have my most liked tweet of all time. It just happened. I didn't even realize it. I just looked and I was like, whoa, what? It's already gained like another 3,000 likes. This is my most liked tweet ever right here. It's at 82,000 likes. I posted it like, what, 2 days ago? Yesterday. 2015, you're racist. Wait, what? 2025, you're racist. Fuck off. That is my YouTube career right there. That is my YouTube career. That's it. That's essentially my YouTube career. When I was called racist in 2015, I was like, whoa. I'm not racist. Racism's bad, man. Don't label me that. And now, 2025, people are like, you're racist. I'm like, cool. Anything else? No problem. Thanks. Thank you for the compliment. We really appreciate it. So anyway, it's just, hang on. What caused you to put this up, might I ask? We can't ever catch a break. I don't know. She doesn't seem, I'm not going to go after her. She doesn't seem rude. She actually was like, she was nice about it. I'm not going to go after her. I just saw that though. But yeah. Anyway, back to this really quick. Here we go.
Administration comes out swinging after liberal Atlantic reporter Jeffrey Goldberg releases what he claims are war plans. Democrats and the media seizing on the new details that show signal messages with updates on timing and weapon systems being used to take out terrorists. But the White House and Pete Hegseth hit back hard on what exactly it was that was shared.
You know who sees war plans? I see them. My job, as it said atop of that, everybody's seen it now, team update is to provide updates in real time, general updates in real time, keep everybody informed. That's what I did.
There was no classified information transmitted. There were no war plans discussed. Why did the Atlantic downgrade their allegation about war plans to attack plans? They're now playing word games because they know this was sensationalist spin. Do you trust the Secretary of Defense, who was nominated for this role, voted by the United States Senate into this role, who has served in combat, honorably served our nation in uniform? Or do you trust Jeffrey Goldberg, who is a registered Democrat and an anti-Trump sensationalist reporter?
Goldberg, who has been racing from one cable news hit to another.
Dude, he is such a piece of shit. That's why the story, I definitely questioned the legitimacy of the story when I made my video, because this guy is a clown. Anybody that has it's not if you don't like Trump. Although I do have to question your intelligence in 2025 if you don't like Trump. But you're welcome to not like Trump. But I still, like, at some point, like, how do you not like Trump in 2025? Liking or not liking Trump, that was not the problem. TDS is the problem. If someone has TDS, if someone foams at the mouth every time something happens with Trump, they can never be trusted under any circumstances whatsoever. They cannot be trusted. End of discussion. No questions asked. And this guy is one of those people.
Claims the Trump administration is lying.
What are they arguing? That an attack is different than a war? They put operational details of a forthcoming attack on a terrorist organization into Signal, into a Signal chat that included phone numbers that they didn't recognize. I don't even understand what that means. They're talking about attacking and killing terrorists using various weapon systems. So she's just some sort of weird semantic game. I don't understand.
And Democrats used another hearing on global threats today to attack the White House, showcasing giant printouts of the text chain for maximum effect. Liberals said the media also rolling out a new smear against Hegseth.
I believe this story moved from blunder, which it was for all the last few days, to
God, this clown, Chris fucking Matthews.
Cover up.
This is a career-ending decision.
It's likely the biggest national security debacle.
Sheer, unfettered, Olympian incompetence.
He also violated the Don't Be an Idiot Act.
The Trump administration is both arrogant and incompetent. That's a toxic.
Guys, what's wrong with Barack Obama? I did not know Barack Obama was that unhealthy. Don't even joke. No jokes. Don't joke about Obama. Don't joke about Obama. Don't make any jokes, chat. I don't want to see any jokes. Respect Barack Obama. He's clearly dealing with some stuff. Okay.
And incompetent. That's a toxic combination, and American lives are at risk.
The debate among national security professionals is over whether the secretary was just incompetent or whether he was drunk.
All right, Jesse. Jeffrey Goldberg, we know, is a Trump hater. He peddled the Russia collusion hoax.
Yes.
He peddled the suckers and losers idea. There were no locations, no routes, no flight path, no sources and methods, no classified information. It was a successful mission. No American was hurt. What's the hoopla about?
Well, this is like Trump throws 20 touchdowns in a row and he finally throws a pick six.
Yes.
And that's what everybody wants to talk about.
Oh,
and
that's
the only way.
That's a perfect analogy right there. That is a perfect analogy. Donald Trump has walked into the White House and given absolutely legendary first few months. Second to none. Nobody's even remotely close. You got a minor little slip up right here, and it is an issue, and it needs to be addressed. And I'm sure that President Trump has dealt with this internally, and they're going to continue to deal with it. And that analogy, one more time, is the perfect analogy.
Hoopla about.
Well, this is like Trump throws 20 touchdowns in a row and he finally throws a pick six. And that's what everybody wants to talk about. And the only way you get people to stop talking about it is you throw another touchdown. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like, but he's got to throw another touchdown, and he's got to throw it fast. No one outside of D.C. and in the news business really cares about this story. Mm-hmm. There's no video. There's no sex. There's no fraud. No one even knows what a Houthi is. People know who bin Laden is. People know what ISIS is. No one knows what a Houthi is. But when you get a situation like this in D.C. where there's classified information
a security breach. It's what everybody wants to talk about. But remember, Judge, you had 2 special counsels in the last election on Biden and on Trump mishandling classified information. No one cared. No one went to the voting booth on November 5th and said, I saw those piles of papers in his garage next to the Corvette or next to the toilet at Mar-a-Lago. No, it's not a big story.
It's true.
If this was an Al Jazeera reporter, they accidentally put on the group text, yeah, but it's Jeffrey Goldberg, who's a real scumbag. Biden.
Although it's pretty much the equivalent of that, to be fair, but I agree with everything. And you notice how Jesse is admitting that it isn't a mistake from the Trump administration. It is. It's a mistake. Now, I know some people are saying that there's set up and all of that, and maybe there is. Maybe there is a setup, and the investigation hopefully will provide more information. But if it was just an accidental adding of Goldberg to that is a mistake that you can't afford to make in the future, and it needs to be handled internally. And I'm sure Trump is doing just that.
If you had put me on a text and it was like Binder and all of his political people, I would have stayed on there for 4 years. And then October surprise, my book drops, I would have made a fortune. But if Austin and Sullivan and some of his top national security people accidentally put me on a group text on Signal and talked about airstrikes in the Mideast, I would ease my way out of that group text, talk to Fox lawyer, and I would not say a word. I am an American before a news guy. I don't want to get involved in anything when it comes to national security. But this guy did. That's fine. Nothing's going to happen, though, because the Republicans control everything in D.C. It's not like they're going to prosecute anybody. So this is going to go nowhere.
I agree with everything he's saying.
Always seems to happen to Trump, though. Like right out of the gate in the first term, boom, Flynn, toast. Now, again, his national security guy caught up in this. Trump can't have a conversation without getting leaked. Remember, he talked to the guy in Mexico, talked to the guy in Australia. That leaks. The perfect phone call always leaks. But for some reason, Joe Biden went 4 years and nothing leaked. And meanwhile, the guy couldn't talk. He couldn't think. So all the same people we showed in that montage were covering up for a commander-in-chief who was a basket case, who let the world blow up. And they think this is Watergate. I'm not buying it.
Hey, I agree. He's spot on, man. He's spot on. Let's see. Kentucky Tim for 50 says, saw this as a meme, and it's totally true. In the 70s, TP and eggs were so cheap, we decorated houses with them on Friday nights. Hail the 199. That is very true. Do you remember that back in the day? To do like a toilet paper roll of somebody's house to troll them. That was what we did back in the day. That's how you trolled somebody. That is awesome, man. Let's freaking go. The old days. The old days were glorious. Logan Miller, 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Thank you, Logan, for the support. Appreciate you. It's good to see all of you, too. I genuinely have missed all of you, so I do appreciate it. Sorry that I haven't been live as much. I've been trying to make more content. And to be fair, it's been good for the channels. It's been good for Geeks and Gamers. It's been good for D-Day Cobra to be making more content, getting very good views on the content. And I'm going to continue doing a lot of videos for both channels because that's the best way you can grow the channel. Zinni Biscuit says everyone loves a racist joke because everyone's included. There is not a better joke than a racist joke. There just isn't. Jason Fox says, hail the 199. Good to see you, brother. Right back at you. Thank you so much. The Cowboy Ninja. Let's see. Jason, how do you say that? Betrill had a great breakdown of what happened with Signal on Sarah Gonzalez tonight. It's 5 minutes, 26 at 26:10 if you want to watch. Okay. I will probably I'm up against the clock right now because I've got a gaming stream later, but I might want to check that out. Royal Raptor says, laughing my ass off. Berg lied. Many such cases. Jimmy Rings Halo says, what about Afghanistan Democrats? They think this got U.S. troops killed, but we lost more than that during the withdrawal. Where was the outrage? None at all. And that's how it always goes with these clowns. Logan Miller says, stop being gay. Keenan says, what are your overall thoughts on Jamie Dutton? I thought Jamie Dutton had a great opportunity, to be a great character. But I feel like that things between him and Beth got really they just went crazy in the later seasons, and it kind of lost the plot a little bit. I do need to rewatch Yellowstone, but yeah, I feel like he had a good opportunity to be a key character, but it just got like that whole him and Beth's relationship went really weird. So let me see. I'm loving 1923, although it's moving a little slow, but I am loving it. The build up for Spencer Dutton to get back home. I gotta say, man, they better have a hell of a payoff with this, because they are building this stuff up with Spencer Dutton like it's going to be like the return of the king. They are building this up big time. But I am enjoying the show. It's moving a little slow, and it's taking forever for Spencer to get there. But I am looking forward to it. Brian Stewart says, let's all super chat our favorite racist jokes. Maybe over on Rumble. Vlad says Spencer is finally going to be home next week. Really? You think so? I didn't watch the previews. I don't watch previews for the next week. So Magnum Pie says, we need more Foghorn Leghorn John Kennedy. River Miles says, biggest leak was CNN covering Butler, PA Trump rally. Lydium X says, Signalgate is the media. Where did it go? Signalgate is the media trying to change the narrative from the AutoPen scandal and Doge finding waste, fraud, and abuse. I agree with that. I mean, you're always the media is always trying to spin something with Trump. I mean, and that's what we as Trump supporters have come to learn to expect, is that they are always lying about something. They can't just call balls and strikes. They can't do it. But yeah, like this clip right here with Newt Gingrich right here. Trump holds all the cards. I agree.
Over there, they can't ignore it. Earlier today, CNN senior data reporter enthusiastically explained that Americans who believe the country is on the right track is surging under President Trump. Take a look.
Let's take a look at the percentage of the country who's...
It kills them to say this. It kills CNN to say this, and I love it.
Say that we're on the right track. It's actually a very high percentage when you compare it to some historical numbers. What are we talking about? According to Marist, 45% say that we're on the right track. That's the second highest that Marist has measured since 2009. How about NBC News? 44%. That's the highest since 2004. Wow. The bottom line is the percentage of Americans who say we're on the right track is through the roof. And if you were to compare it to when presidents have historically been reelected, of course, Trump is not constitutionally eligible to run for re-election, but I think it sort of puts it in perspective. 42% of the country says the country is on the right track when the incumbent party is reelected. And also keep in mind, back when Kamala Harris lost and the Democrats were turned out of power, only about 27 to 28% of the country said the country is on the right track. The bottom line is right now, a much higher percentage of the country says we're on the right track.
In case you missed it, up high, it's high. Anyway, it's no surprise Americans are feeling this way. President Trump continues to deliver for you, the American people. Just take a look at all of these new investments, the U.S. That have come into the U.S. since Donald Trump took office. This is a massive amount. And according to a new report, India now considering slashing their tariffs on $23 billion worth of U.S. imports to save itself from Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs expected to start on April the 2nd. Here now with reaction, Fox News contributor, former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. I'm going to put that scroll up again. Hyundai, Apple, NVIDIA, SoftBank, the Taiwan Semiconductor, Johnson & Johnson, Eli Lilly, Merck, and you've got foreign country investments. It's over $3 trillion, Mr. Speaker. $3 trillion. Is it not all because Donald Trump negotiated by using the threat of tariffs? Are people that dumb that they don't understand this, man, after 10 years?
Well, people on the left are committed to a different world, so they can't understand him.
That is true.
Everybody else does understand him, and that's why he has so much support. But remember, it's a combination of two big things. One, the tariffs will make it more expensive to manufacture outside the United States and less expensive to manufacture inside the United States. And two, if we get the one big, beautiful bill that President Trump and Speaker Johnson have been working towards, and which now Senate Majority Leader Thune agrees on, if we get that tax cut, the deregulation, the energy bill, all those things would get done in May or at the latest early June, then you've got a double whammy. You have it's going to be much less expensive to build in the U.S. You're going to get to keep more of your money if you build in the U.S. I mean, they've made some proposals which go all the way back to January 20th. They're saying retroactively, they want to give you, for example, 100% deductibility if you build a factory. And we've never had that bias in favor of manufacturing before. And there are a series of those things coming down the road, all of them designed to create jobs in America and to increase the supply so much that if you combine that with cuts in government spending and elimination of waste, you're almost certainly going to see a significant drop in inflation.
And then the president, the majority of these tax cuts that hopefully will be made permanent, which I think should be part of any bill, and then no tax on tips, Social Security, or overtime, and factor in energy dominance. What do you say to those that are skittish on Wall Street just over the talk of tariffs that has resulted in $3 trillion worth of committed money to be spent in the country?
I would say they ought to study history. You know, I went back recently after Cliff and I were there for the inauguration, and I thought it was a remarkably powerful speech. So I went back and read some other inauguration speeches. In Jefferson's second inaugural in 1805, he says he's very proud that we have no internal revenue agents because all the government's money comes from tariffs.
I'm telling you right now that I think that Trump's plan, I don't know if this will sound stupid or not. I think Trump wants to run in 2028. And I think Trump's plan is to get rid of the IRS before 2026. And if he gets rid of the IRS with all these tariffs, if he gets rid of the IRS, he will be the most unstoppable politician in the history of this country. I don't know.
Now, that, frankly, I didn't know about till I went back and read it. McKinley, of course, made his entire career on a simple premise. We're going to raise tariffs. We're going to raise salaries. We're going to make it so desirable to manufacture in the U.S. And in a very short period, from 1860 to 1910, we became the largest economy in the world, and the tariff policy was part of it. But there's one other thing, which, Sean, you know well, because you know President Trump awfully well. He likes to negotiate. He knows we're the largest market. He knows in one-on-one negotiations, he has all the cards. And so tariffs for him are a remarkably useful tool to get people to think differently about what they were about to do. And we're seeing that happen everywhere.
I might gently disagree with your characterization. Likes to negotiate. He never stops negotiating.
That's true.
And that seems to be the piece of the puzzle that people that don't like him don't ever want to understand. They don't want to understand him. You know, the only comparisons I ever hear historically is Smoot-Hawley is not going to work out, Great Depression. And I'm like, do you not see what's happening? That's $3 trillion is a lot of money because one president threatened tariffs.
Okay, I accept your modification. Let me just say that Trump lives to negotiate. And it is a key part of his personality. But in addition, if you study history beyond the liberal lessons of the last 60 years in the Roosevelt era, the fact is prior to 1932, a high tariff policy worked. It worked for America. It made us the most powerful country in the world, and it can work again. And the $3 trillion you're talking about is a pretty good start.
This is going to be a hell of a year and a half. Woo! I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Every day is worth waking up for in Donald Trump's America. It is just glorious. It's absolutely glorious. I want to show you guys this clip real quick because it's funny, But I have so many questions about this. So right here, Kristi Noem, she's in El Salvador at a terrorism confinement center. President Trump and I have a clear message to criminal illegal aliens. Leave now. If you do not leave, we will hunt you down, arrest you, and you could end up like this El Salvadorian prison. What are these prisoners thinking right now? Like, this is such a weird kind of like, and they're all just back there. Like, what are they doing? This is amazing.
CCAT today and visiting this facility. And first of all, I want to thank El Salvador and their president for their partnership with the United States of America to bring our terrorists here and to incarcerate them and have consequences for the violence that they have perpetuated in our communities. I also want everybody to know, if you come to our country illegally, this is one of the consequences you could face. First of all, do not come to our country illegally. You will be removed and you will be prosecuted. But know that this facility is one of the tools in our toolkit that we will use if you commit crimes against the American people.
I'm guessing there's a lot of mental snapshots being made by these guys. A lot of mental snapshots. And if you know, you know. But I can't, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, they're all just taking mental snapshots. So it's the dynamics are weird. Like, how are they all just like quiet and respectful? Like, these are fucking criminals. It's so weird. I like it. It's good. It's funny. It's just confusing a little bit. Eggy Orpha says, hey, Jeremy, did you see the Intelligence Committee? Michael Bennett gave the "you need to do better" line around hour 28. I did not see that one. Vault 95 says, bailed on Timcast to be here. Need superior takes. Hey, there you go. Well, I mean, Tim's on, isn't he doing his Rumble exclusive stuff now or whatever? Like, oh, no, that's right. No, my bad. He does the morning show, right? On Rumble, but he still does his evening show on YouTube. Doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make any sense at all. And then, like, you've got Steven Crowder saying YouTube is dead, yet he still uploads to YouTube. It's like, there's being aggressive, and I appreciate that they want to support platforms. Saying YouTube is dead is the most retarded statement of all time. YouTube's not dead. It's just not. And if you're truly getting like the #1 stream in the world, why wouldn't you just stay there? Why wouldn't you go exclusively over there? Because I mean, like I said, our Tuesday night's main event the other night, Rumble says we got 156,000 views on our main event stream last night. 156,000. I don't believe that for shit. You can't convince me that we got 156,000 fucking views on Tuesday night's main event last night on Rumble. I'll show you right now. Look at this. So Tuesday night's main event right here on the Geeks and Gamers channel, okay? 156,000 views. Where's the interactions? It only has 175 likes. I get 175 likes before I even go live over here on YouTube. And all the people that commented, I don't even see like typical people that watch our streams. You make me want to learn and grow. You make me want to learn and grow. Most of these people don't even seem real. Hey, look, a bunch of ugly motherfuckers. That person's probably a supporter. So, but it's just weird, man. So anyway, hail to everybody that's supporting Rumble, though, and hail to our chat. The people that are over there right now. I see you. To be fair, though, I mean, there's bots on YouTube too. Every time I upload a video, there's always like 5 or 6 OnlyFans bots. And I have to ban them every time, and YouTube won't do anything about it. So 150,000 with 5 Rumble rants last night. LOL. Okay. That's my thing, man. It just doesn't, the numbers, listen, and here's how I I have a very, very like strategic, way that I do things. And, maybe a lot of people don't, subscribe to this, which is totally fine. But for me, I do a deep dive on how I do my research. So there's no way that Rumble's numbers are legit. And the way that I come to this conclusion, very scientific. This is how I come to that conclusion.
Not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix. Your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
See, the numbers don't lie, okay? They spell disaster for you. Steiner math. That's how I figure all of this stuff up. So it's very, very in-depth way of looking at it. So Steel Leg of History says, thanks for all your support and kindness. I can't wait to show my new fake leg. I just started Monday using Jay and X-Wing Pirate shirt. Be blessed. Hey, brother, good to hear that. Appreciate you. Thank you for the constant updates. The 199 has your back, man. That is awesome stuff right there. Awesome stuff indeed. Magnum Pie says, Cobra strike that like. That's right. Cobra strike that like. Eric K says, Jeremy is racist against mods. Mod lives matter. Fentanyl Floyd says, Gilbert was better. Croco Drunk for 20 says, I still laugh about that guy that donated money talking about his brother watches a stream and he hates you. Have some fun. You have some funny motherfuckers in this chat. I do. We have the best people, and hail to you over on Rumble. We have the best. Like, it is the best. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Logan Miller becomes a new member. Sola Felix is this Goldberg really does eat corn the long way. 8 o'clock says, has Trump ever had a private life? He's been in the spotlight so long that people hate him, have enough of his personal stories to make a bio movie. This is true. I mean, I've talked about it before. I don't know how Trump does anything without having to be paranoid about people trying to get something on him. I don't know how he drinks a drink. I don't know how he eats food. I don't know how he has a conversation. I don't know how he does anything without having to be paranoid that his phone call is being recorded or the private conversation is being recorded or someone's put something in his drink or someone's put something in his food. I don't understand. It is the amount of stuff that man deals with is crazy. The Freaky Grunge says, should there be a GTA TV show, Netflix, HBO? I mean, let's wait to see how the Minecraft movie does. And I think it's not going to do great, but in the current day that we're in, a GTA TV show would be a fucking disaster. It would be a nightmare. It would be a woke nightmare is what it would be. So I would say absolutely not. What's up, RK Outpost? Emo Atako becomes a new member. Thank you. Your Barmy says 2028 King Trump. Oracle of Doom says, complete interstellar junkie just bought the 4K Hail the 199. I like your taste in movies, sir. I like your taste. I've got like 7 copies of Interstellar now, whether it's on 4K, Blu-ray, whatever, because people just keep giving them to me at meetups, and I am 100% okay with that. Pat Patriot says, no IRS. I'm pitching a tent just thinking about it. Aren't we all? Madney says, I voted for Trump 3 times, but running again would be the dumbest thing he could do. Most of America wouldn't support him. Let JD Vance take over. I disagree completely. I disagree that most of America wouldn't support Trump. I absolutely disagree with that. I think people would support Trump 100%. With that said, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm just telling you, I think Trump wants to do it. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm not saying that I'm going to necessarily, I'm just saying I think he wants to do it. But people would support Trump. Absolutely. W. Porter says, I want Trump to wear the Trump was right about everything hat. Elon had that on the other day, and it was awesome. Misery from Think, I got that one. Southeastern Kaiju says, Jeremy makes me feel happy inside. I think that's it. Thank you. I'm not sure. Solo Felix says, Steiner math is Beardo's kind of math. Jesse MacArthur with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. I want to talk about something really quickly that was brought to my attention. That's not what I want. Let's see if I go here. Right here. So pretty sad news. Yeah. So right here, Miles Monroe passed away. Longtime supporter of Geeks and Gamers. I was notified about this in our Facebook group, and it definitely hits home. I mean, I remember this interaction with him. I remember meeting him multiple times. RIP to Geeks and Gamers member, Miles Monroe. He interacted with many posts and loved meeting the Geeks and Gamers crew. Fitting his profile pic is with Jeremy. And of course, veteran, awesome guy, just loved Geeks and Gamers, loved the 199, loved everything we were doing. And super, super sad to hear this news. And I just want to send nothing but good vibes and thoughts and prayers out to his friends, his family, and greatly appreciate his support. But yeah, I mean, the fact that he wanted me in his profile picture, and that's the last profile picture that he put up, it hits me pretty hard. And I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. I'm honored, and it makes me feel very, very good. But it also makes me realize that, what we do here at Geeks and Gamers, it matters to people. It matters to people. And I need to be more aware of that moving forward. And I think I do a good job of being aware of that. But this one in particular did kind of hit home for me. So, yeah, rest in peace, sir. And, salute to you. I know you're up in heaven watching CobraCast right now, although I have to question if they would allow CobraCast to be played in heaven because of the way I talk on this show. So I'm not sure, but Lord forgive me, please. Taker says AOC Jasmine Crockett Democrat ticket in 2028. How old's Bernie going to be? How old is Bernie going to be in 2028? Does anybody know? Like, how is Bernie in his 80s now? Pretty curious about that. I'm not sure if Bernie is in his 80s or not now, but he's 84. Good Lord. Is he 84? He's like 86. Yeah, he's old. He's old. He's 82 or 83 now. He'll be 87 if he ran. Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what the Democrats are going to do. The last thing I want to talk about, because we have the Mario Kart stream and I have to get over to that really quickly here. Stephen A. Smith was on with Megyn Kelly, and I thought this was very interesting because I've talked about this a few times already, but let's listen to this really quick.
A lot of buzz about you because the Democrats desperately need somebody with charisma, personality, strong views, and smarts who maybe isn't a partisan hack. That's all you. To step in and say, I will help you. Are you kicking it around a little?
I'm not considering it. I was recently in the news for agreeing to a new contract extension with ESPN. My life is pretty damn well. I really don't need politics. I don't need that headache. I'm not thinking about it at all. And I've said that I think it's ridiculous that I am a candidate, but the more I think about it, I understand it. The Democratic Party is an absolute mess, and they are devoid of leadership on a national level. I am a fan of Governor Westmore of Maryland, Josh Shapiro, who I had the pleasure of interviewing on my podcast during Super Bowl week for Pennsylvania. I respect these guys and what have you, but I'm talking about a national voice, meaning somebody in the House or the Senate or some.
I'm going to go back to the idea that Stephen A. Smith is 100% going to run for president in 2028 on the Democratic ticket. I feel very strongly about this.
Body in the
and I'll
business
explain why in a
community that
minute.
resonates on the left. No, there's none of that because they've been pulled too far to the left. And it's not popular for me to say because primarily I have voted Democratic throughout my life, as I have never been shy about articulating, particularly for the presidency. But, right is right. And I watched you, Megan, leading up to the election. And I just had to say, I was finding myself like, damn, she's right. Damn, she's right again. Damn, I'm looking for something to disagree about. And I'm like,
I'm going to get you eventually.
I find it, she's on them, she's on them, and so I look at things and I'm a moderate, I'm a centrist, and I'm the kind of person that, do I believe that if I committed myself to knowing politics the way you and others know it, do I believe I could win a Democratic nomination? Hell yes. Particularly the state of affairs that exists, I think it would be a cakewalk. I think I'd take them all out. I really, really believe that. I really think I could take them. And maybe in 3 years from now, I'll feel a bit differently. I just can't imagine that's going to happen. I'm not a politician. I'm not knowledgeable enough about all the intricacies that come along with politics.
Trump wasn't a politician either.
Like yourself. So yeah, I watch people like yourself and others on both sides of the aisle. I read, I pay attention, but I'm no aficionado. But it's just so bad on the left right now. And I tell you, I do believe that I'd be a formidable candidate because I know how to debate. I would look forward to going up against folks on the right and the left. And I would be about common sense. And I would be about, you know what? We're not going to sit up there and look at, I don't care if it's Trump. I don't care if it's Vice President Vance. I don't care if it's Rubio. I don't care if it's Hegseth. I don't care who the hell it is. I don't care if it's Megyn Kelly. Damn it, if you're right, you're right. What's the crime in saying that's a good point? I got to think about that. You got a good point.
That would be
there.
so disarming.
I would demand that you do the same in return if we're going up against. But I think that they completely surrendered themselves to the extreme feel or think about MAGA right. The fact of the matter is, whatever they were saying about MAGA right, they were no better on the left. It was embarrassing. It was a disgraceful performance. You were absolutely right when you were pointing out how they hoodwinked the public. We all knew there was slippage. And if you remember, when I called out President Biden at the time, it was a year before the debate. A year. I said, yo, something's missing. He's not there.
He was missing before he ever became president, Stephen A. Smith. You don't get a fucking award for waiting 3 years from when everybody else realized it. You didn't call it out. When this man was running for the Democratic nominee, he was gone. He was already gone then. But you want to get a cookie for calling it out 3 years later? Get the fuck out of here.
He's not going to make it to the Democratic National Convention, okay? You got to get another candidate. I was excoriated. I was raked through the coals. Who the hell is he? What does he know? Stick to sports or whatever. But look at you now, because I was right. I was right about that. I was right about Kamala. I was right about you leaning to the extreme left, woke culture, cancel culture, and all of this stuff in between. You were focusing on transgender. First of all, you didn't even focus on the LGBTQ community. You literally focused on one element of that community with transgender folks, which make up less than 1% of the population. You're talking about the borders, and it's no problem, even though even Obama himself deported more people than Trump did. And so for Biden to go completely against that, for Kamala Harris to sign off on it, there were so many elements and increments where I'm looking at the right and I'm saying I could have some problems with some of the things that they're suggesting. I could look at certain things and say, yo, I'm not vibing with that. That's not what I want for this country. But with what the left did, they were in no moral position.
Do you hear this? Like, this isn't the words of a man who's not interested in running. He's already building his case. And the reason that I feel that he's a serious contender for the Democratic nomination, I want to be clear, Democratic nomination, is because there's nobody good on the Democratic side. You're talking about Jasmine Crockett and AOC and Kamala Harris are their front runners right now. That's their front runners. Stephen A. would destroy them because they're all retarded.
To say anything, yet they tried to act like they were. And you know where the proof is about how sad things are, Megan? The election is over. The man has been in office for months. And they are still acting like they're on the campaign trail, spewing the same old stuff they were doing during the campaign. I think the man won every swing state, elevated his votes in the Black, the Hispanic, and young voters. Okay? He's increased in every possible category imaginable. He won the popular vote for the first time for the Republicans since 2004. You would think they would say, man, we got to change up. Instead, they're walking around talking about there's no mandate. There's no mandate at all. I'm like, really? They still
Oh, wait, we
don't
have
get it.
that. They
really
tried to
don't.
pull
And
that
is
on
why-
you
and that
when
is
you went
why
on The
I would-
View.
So we're gonna leave it there, but I mean, I think that he is positioning himself for that. I absolutely do, and I think that it will be a shit show. And if for some crazy reason this man ends up winning the Democratic nomination, Lord have mercy for what JD Vance is going to do to him, because JD Vance will make him look dumber than he looked when he tried to talk UFC in front of Joe Rogan. And if you have never seen that clip of Stephen A. Smith trying to talk MMA with Joe Rogan standing next to him, it is painful beyond belief. I mean, it is painful. And you can hear Joe Rogan even talking about it after the fact. Like, Rogan was just furious with how stupid Stephen A. is. Doc Hollywood for 50 says Teflon Don has no reason to be paranoid. Shit doesn't stick to the man. Even bullets glance off. P.S. Are you tired of winning yet? No, not even freaking close. It's freaking awesome, though. Thank you, Doc Hollywood. Solo Felix's Steiner math is, I got that one. Jesse MacArthur, I got that one. Captain J6 says, Jeremy, thank you for all the important information and fun streams. Also, please be in Dallas this year. Would really like to meet you someday. I don't even know when Dallas is. I've been asked about Dallas a few times. I'm not sure when it is. So I'll have to look, but thank you. I appreciate it. Taker says Fauci just said Jades is in fact airborne. Warbeer says, Jeremy, you epitomize a leadership. Everyone in the chat is clearly here to learn and grow, regardless of whether you suck deek or not. We're not judging. I'm starting to wonder if it's like, as much as you guys make the gay jokes, I'm wondering if it's like on personal fantasies. I'm not judging, but my God. Like a year of it, and y'all still are on it. I'm starting to wonder if you guys are fantasizing about it now, which is fucking weird. Fantastic vs. Knox says Bernie says he's an independent yet sits as a dim. Yeah, well, Bernie's a fucking coward. The Gen X Avenger says, what if Trump 2028 is a psyop to get Dems to come out in favor of term limits, then can push to apply them to the House and Senate 199? We'll see. The Witches Brew becomes a new member. Thank you. Fantastic Mr. Knox says Dim. Again, fat fingers. No problem. It's all good. Kentucky Tim becomes a new member. Solo Felix says on the Democratic voting plantation, no moderates. NDI says Stephen A is trying to get his Trump Oprah moment. Your Barmy says Dims will dig up some dirt on Stephen A. Too slimy. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Gerald Armstrong says, how about when Stephen A. tried to talk NHL? It's painful, bro. Stream Hero says, just got off work. Did I miss that transition post, the one I sent you on Twitter? I've been waiting for your reactions this Monday. No. I've been running through some of today's news because I've got to hop on this other stream over on Geeks and Gamers Play. By the way, tomorrow morning, we are reacting to the Nintendo Switch Direct, the Nintendo Direct tomorrow morning. So that's on Geeks and Gamers Play. So if you guys are interested, I know probably like 20% of the audience here actually gives a shit about that. But tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, Geeks and Gamers Play, we're going to be live. So Rowan of House Roundhead says, I would give Stephen A. a shot as president. He is definitely authentic. Wouldn't you prefer him to a lot more than AOC? I don't think Stephen A. is authentic at all. I think Stephen A. is articulate, and he knows how to use the proper buzzwords, and he knows how to form a complete sentence, which puts him infinitely above almost every other Democrat. And he does have a level of charisma, and he has media training. So he has a lot going from him from that perspective. But JD Vance would fucking annihilate Stephen A. Smith. It would be brutal. John Dalt says that the media has been lying to everyone, and people like Stephen A. should be outraged. Emo Otaku for $1. Legalize adulthood. Right when we get to the end, legalize adulthood, looking out for the chat with a
I'm so happy you love the first drop of my collection of Frankie's bikinis. We have more dreamy pieces coming our way, so tap to sign up for early access so you can get more information. I'm so happy you love the first drop of my collection of Frankie's bikinis. We have more dreamy pieces coming our way, so tap to sign up for early access so you can get more information.
You can thank Legalize Adulthood for that one. Proper 199. Dave Rubin called. He says he did a bunch of Snow White, or he says he did a bunch of Snow White and then did the Seven Dwarves. Honestly, shit has been getting weird lately, but I'm not tired of winning yet. Let's fucking go. Federal bureaucrats crying as they empty out their desks is exactly what I voted for. Let's go. Legalize adulthood in the house. Thank you, sir. Your Snow White joke was good. Legalize adulthood with 20 gifted memberships. Boom. Let's freaking go. And John freaking Murdoch with $50 and says, just joined. Did I miss anything? Yes, John, you did. But I appreciate you being here. I'm going to have to end it right now because I've got another stream that I got to jump on. But here it is right now in front of all of you, okay? Every person watching, you have my word. CobraCast tomorrow. There will be a CobraCast tomorrow night, okay? You have my word. CobraCast tomorrow night. If I break that promise, that means that I will have to drop 200 gifted memberships to the chat if I break the promise. So I'm holding myself. I have to give you 200 gifted memberships if I break the promise. So CobraCast tomorrow night. Okay? Deal? Deal? And I'm going to go ahead and drop a few right now just as to show you I'm a man of my word, but let's see. God damn it. I got to open up the actual tab. Hang on. Let's see here. Okay, so here we go. Why does this take so long? Come on, YouTube. There we go. Okay, so it should go through here in just a minute. Bam. Okay, so there we go. So if I don't go live tomorrow night for a full episode of CobraCast, I have to drop 200 gifted memberships. Okay? Deal? Deal. All right. 2,300 gifties are nothing. You want me to drop that many? Sir Ruin of House Roundhead says, would J.D. Vance annihilate him when it comes to talking about the NFL? It's easy to annihilate Stephen A. there. Pretty much anything that Stephen A. is if it's not basketball, then yes. Stephen A. can talk basketball. Outside of that, Stephen A. knows nothing. He's bad about a lot of things. Basketball's his one good thing. So, okay, guys, we got to end it there. Thank you. Hail John Murdoch. Hail Legalized Adulthood for the late big super chats. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys over on Mario Kart. And then we got the Switch Direct tomorrow morning and then a CobraCast tomorrow night. And it'll be a full 2 hours tomorrow night as well. We also have a lot of stuff going on locals. So if you guys want to support us over there, I've been over there a lot lately, supporting the crew and supporting our supporters over there. So appreciate it. Meta PCs, use the promo code 199 if you're in the market for a new PC. We appreciate it. Other than that, thank you guys. I'll see you over there. This stream will raid that one. So if you're interested, you can come over there and hang out with us. Just a dude on a phone says, bro, drop 199 gifties. Okay. You got it. I promise 199 gifties if I don't go live tomorrow. I promise 199 gifties. There you go. Good call. Good call. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'll see you over on the next stream. Bye, everyone.